At the local public pool, Manager McGrady is putting up signs to inform the public that the pool will be closed for the holiday weekend. Among the swimmers, Bree is enjoying herself, but takes a break to check her blood glucose levels before jumping back into the water. She wonders if she should take off her diamond ring. Meanwhile, in the lost and found area, the janitor Clara is trying to steal money from forgotten wallets, but McGrady catches her red-handed. He regrets having spoken well of her to her parole officer and decides to fire her, though she must still finish today's shift. In the parking lot, Bree's sister Jana is sitting in her car wondering whether to go inside. After much thought, she puts her phone in the glove box and joins her sister. Jana, who was recently in rehab, hasn't spent much time with Bree lately, so Bree is happy they can swim together again. At first, Jana is in a bad mood due to her troubled home situation and the kids running around the pool bothering adults, but Bree convinces her to let go and have fun. The rest of the afternoon goes well for the sisters, who enjoy their time in the pool until McGrady tells them it's time to leave. When Jana points out the pool is supposed to be open until 7 Cassie, McGrady explains they're closing early for the holiday weekend and reminds her to learn how to read. The sisters get out of the pool, and while drying off, Bree remembers she wants to show Jana her ring but can't find it in her bag. Everyone else has already left, and McGrady urges the sisters to hurry up, but they ignore him. Jana checks the pool and notices the ring is stuck in the metal grill. Bree dives in to retrieve it, pulling as hard as she can, but it won't budge. Jana jumps in to help. At that moment, McGrady takes one last look at the pool area, sees no one, and starts closing up. The girls, still struggling with the ring, get distracted when Jana's hair gets caught in the grill. They focus on untangling it, not noticing the fiberglass lid slowly covering the pool. By the time they swim up, it's too late. They're trapped. Panicking, the sisters yell for help and hit the pool cover, but McGrady has already left. After arguing over what to do, Jana feels nauseous and freaks out, convinced McGrady trapped them on purpose. Bree calms her down, and they swim to the middle of the pool to try pushing up the cover, but the solid fiberglass won't budge. Bree suggests checking the seals and edges for weak spots, but they find nothing except a pair of swimming trunks. They discover a condensation hole in the cover, but it won't move either. Bree breaks a plastic cover from a hole in the pool wall in half, creating a tool to saw through the condensation hole. While Bree works, Jana complains, leading to an argument. Jana feels Bree moved on while she was in rehab, and Bree accuses Jana of throwing the ring into the pool out of jealousy. Furious, Bree dives in and retrieves the ring from the grill, while Jana takes over sawing but accidentally cuts her hand. Bree suggests the grill might be heavy enough to break the fiberglass, but she isn't strong enough to remove it. Jana refuses to help, but before another argument starts, they hear a noise. Bree's phone ringing with a call from her fiancé, David. He leaves a message saying he'll be late due to a company dinner, meaning the sisters can't rely on him to notice their absence soon. Desperate, Bree dives in again to try removing the grill, but it doesn't work. Hours pass, and as night falls, the building's lights go out. Bree hears her phone ringing with David's calls, while Jana complains about disliking David. Suddenly, Jana notices Bree doesn't look well. Bree confesses she was diagnosed with diabetes while Jana was in rehab and needs her insulin shot soon to avoid a diabetic coma. Meanwhile, Clara returns to the building but isn't focused on finishing her chores. Back at the pool, the sisters take turns sawing the hole. Jana notices burn marks on Bree's arm and asks about the day their father died, as she doesn't remember it. Bree dodges the question but eventually calls their father a monster, explaining that he came home drunk, lit a cigarette, and passed out. The cigarette fell on his pillow, starting a fire. He didn't scream because he was too drunk, and Bree got burned trying to wake him. Clara enters the pool room, hears Bree's phone ringing, and approaches to steal it. She hears the girls yelling for help and asks questions to stall while emptying Bree's wallet. Noticing the security cameras are on, Clara goes to the control room to turn them off and restore the lights. She returns, asking for Bree's phone password, claiming she wants to help. Bree gives it to her, but instead of calling the police, Clara plays David's messages. Jana yells insults, so Clara explains her situation. After prison, she struggles to find work and needs money. She offers to save the sisters if Bree gives her the ATM pin. The sisters refuse, so Clara turns off the lights and heater, threatening to let them freeze. Desperate, Bree gives her the pin. Clara leaves with the wallet but doesn't turn the heater back on. The sisters huddle for warmth as hours pass, and Bree's condition worsens from the cold. Jana dives in to try removing the grill but is too scared to get close. When she resurfaces, she finds Bree asleep and rushes to wake her. Jana admits she couldn't try and calls herself useless, but Bree reassures her. Jana resumes sawing the hole with the plastic shard, saying it keeps her warm. Bree insists they talk about their issues. Jana confesses she used to see monsters everywhere, which led to her self-harm attempts. She still feels a monster inside, representing the abuse from their father, whose voice lingers in her mind. Clara returns, angry because Bree's account only has $80. She rants, saying the sisters aren't special for having problems and that the world owes them nothing. She threatens to leave them to die and heads to the control room. Jana sharpens the plastic shard and pretends to have a breakdown, apologizing to Clara and speaking softly to lure her closer. When Clara leans toward the hole, Jana stabs her with the shard. Clara screams, rushes to the bathroom to check her wound, and, furious, returns to the control room to activate the automatic pool cleaning system. The chlorine makes it hard for the sisters to breathe. They try blocking the jets with their hands and the swimming trunks, but the jets are too strong. Bree loses consciousness and sinks, so Jana pushes her up and holds her until she wakes. The sisters plead with Clara, who realizes the severity of the situation and turns off the cleaning system. Clara demands Bree's ring in exchange for their freedom. Despite Jana's protests, Bree gives it to her. Clara says she'll release them when she's ready and turns off the lights again. Moments later, the pool cover moves and Bree hears sirens. David bursts in to save her, but doesn't see Jana and thinks she's drowning. Bree cries, too weak to save her, only to wake up and realize it was a dream. Bree checks on Jana, who is considering self-harm with the shard. Bree talks her out of it, promising to always be there. They apologize and hug. Meanwhile, Clara tries on the ring as Bree's phone continues to receive David's messages, the latest saying he'll call 911. Clara returns to end the situation. The sisters pretend to agree with Clara, apologizing for calling her a monster. Clara cries and goes to the control room to enter the code, but it doesn't work. She tells the sisters the bad news but refuses to call the police, fearing prison. Clara leaves Bree's belongings on the benches and exits. Hours pass, and Jana swims to stay warm while Bree grows weaker. Feeling dizzy, Bree confesses she knew about their father's abuse toward Jana and was disgusted. On the night of the fire, their father was awake and tried to move, but Bree held him down so he'd burn, freeing them from his abuse. Touched, Jana leaves Bree resting on buoys and dives to work on the grill. She wraps the swimming trunks around the grill's bars for a better grip, and after several attempts, she removes it. Triumphantly, she surfaces, only to find Bree unconscious. Jana performs mouth-to-mouth, reviving her. She uses the grill to hit the fiberglass cover near the hole, cracking it until it breaks, creating a small opening. Jana gets hurt, enlarging the hole but drags Bree out. She retrieves Bree's insulin from her bag and injects it into her leg. After tense moments, Bree wakes up. Clara returns, pointing a gun at them, fearing they'll report her to the police. Jana shares heartfelt words about Bree being her only family, convincing Clara to lower the gun and return the ring. Jana calls the police with Bree's phone and tells Clara to leave before they arrive. Paramedics check on Bree, who wakes up on a stretcher. Jana shows her the recovered ring, saying they finally killed the monster. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.